Hello, friends. Thank you so much. First of all, I welcome to all of you, and thanks a lot for watching this video. And now this is my another video on Agile Principles, as I have promised to you that first we will study about Agile Values, and now those 12 principles. The reason for this video and for going in the sequence, so you can learn the things in a sequential way, right? Step by step. Most of the time, people got confused how to start learning for Agile, how to know about the Agile, right? And they don't know from where it needs to start. So that's why first I have discussed about the Agile values, those 4 values in my previous videos. If you have not seen, then go on my channel and you can find them. And then after that, those 12 principles. Usually you will find those 12 principles has been explained in a long video, which is a little bit boring. So I try to reduce that. And in one video, I will cover 3 principles, another video like part 2, which I will make after this. So that will cover another 3 principles. Then by this way, in 4 videos, I will cover those 12 principles. बट एक छोटी सी एक बहुत अच्छी सी स्टोरी आपको बताता हूँ about कैसे ये Agile Manifesto, how this Agile Manifesto, I'm just telling you the story, a very interesting story. कैसे ये Agile Manifesto बना था, I mean, how this Agile Manifesto has been came into a picture. So there is a very beautiful story that you can go and find on internet, that basically because of in 1990s people were delivering in software products and the business requirements were coming and they were delivering into a sequential model. So there was a lot of frustration, not competitive to the market. So people were looking for some better option, right? Because in waterfall something was missing there. I mean, they were not meeting the demand of speed was not there. I mean, faster to the market was not there, and a lot of disadvantages were there. I'm not saying waterfall was not good, but जैसे जैसे मार्केट चेंज होती है ना, तो आपको कुछ नई चीजें चाहिए होती है, आपको क्विकर टू द मार्केट चाहिए होता है. यू नीड फास्टर टू बी इन द मार्केट. सो लाइक द टेक्नोलॉजीज आर चेंजिंग, करेक्ट. सो in 2000, a group of approximately 17 people, they are called as leaders, they are thought leaders. Like unme there was John Kern, Kent Beck, Ward Cunningham, right, and Althusser. A lot of those leaders met first time in a resort and in Oregon, and they decided to make something. And then in 2001, again they met in ski resort in Utah, and they have made some Agile Manifesto that we have seen those 12 principles and 4 values, right? So 4 values, what they have made, that they are covering, like they have made that how to engage customer, right? How we can do more individual and interaction, like our process and tools, working software or comprehensive documentation, then customer collaboration over contract negotiation, then it was a response to change over a plan, over following a plan. So these things they have decided, and then the Agile Manifesto, that's the 12 principles, came out. So today we will discuss about those principles in one by one. The first principle which we are looking here is customer satisfaction through early and continuous software delivery. What is the meaning of this? Let's try to understand. अब अगर मैं बात करूं कि एक कस्टमर को अगर आप रेगुलर वे में, रेगुलर इंटरवल पे आप उसको एक वर्किंग प्रोडक्ट अगर आप दे रहे हो, नॉट ओनली इन सॉफ्टवेयर बट इन अदर इंडस्ट्री ऑल्सो, इफ यू आर गिविंग कस्टमर टू at a regular interval, if you are giving the product to the customer, definitely customer will be happy. Or let's suppose you are reaching to a McD and you have ordered some pizza, and the person is saying that you have ordered 2 or 3 products. I mean 2 or 3 food items, like you have ordered I'm taking just McD as a name, but if you reach to any restaurant and you have ordered pizza, you have ordered some cold drink, you have ordered some snacks, you have ordered something to eat, 3 or 4 items. Now the person is saying at the reception that I will, or the person is saying I will give you those products once all will be ready. So you have to wait till that time, right? Wait for a longer time to eat or to consume those products. Instead of that, you went to a restaurant and the person is saying, okay, first I am delivering you this, after some time I will deliver you this, after some time I will deliver you this, so you can enjoy the meal, right? It is not, customer will be happier when they are receiving or when they are getting the products, obviously working products I am referring here, at a regular interval. That is very important here, right? Like, Agile is always believing in to satisfy the customer, which means that instead of waiting to the customer for a longer duration, engage them with early delivery and continuous delivery of a valuable software. That is very important, right? Which means delivery is important with valuable software, which is working, right? So frequency is important and the quality of the software is also important. And those are four values which we have discussed there, that is working in a similar way, right? तो previously sequential model में क्या होता था? What was happening in sequential model कि customer has to wait for a very long time, right? And there was a no option. Customer can wait and until the complete product has been made and then it was delivered. So जब तक सारा product बन नहीं जाता था traditional project software approach में और sequential model में, तब तक customer sit idle. Customer can't see the product. Agile way में the same approach has been changed. Instead of they are waiting for a large or a complete solution, they are delivering on a frequent basis. That's or iteratively. Ab ek video I will also make I will make one more video on iterative and incremental that will help you to understand what is iterative and incremental, right? So if you have not subscribed my channel, please do it because I will try to keep the things in a very simple language which will be easy for you to understand. So यहाँ पे the first principle is talking about frequency, that is iteration, right? Step by step the things. Waterfall में वो चीजें नहीं हो पा रही. अब let me explain you the same thing in a different way. Let's suppose you went to want to buy a car. You went there, right? So what was happening that the first your tire has been delivered, then engine has been delivered, then seat has been delivered. That was happening in sequential. But in Agile, they first deliver you, okay, you can take it first, you can take it some cycle, then you can take a motorcycle, then you can take a car. So working product, right? That's iterative and incremental that we were talking about. That is the first principle. The best part is that it eliminate the waste because of stakeholder और जो customer आपका होता है, जैसे जैसे उसको product मिलता जाता है working software, customer provides the feedback, so you have opportunity to change the product or to upgrade the product. Next time whatever I have delivered the last time, now I am delivering a better product now, right? That is very important here. So this principle, if I summarize in a simple line, so this principle is very important and ये relate करता है customer satisfaction से, which is very crucial here for a product early and ongoing success. And basically this principle emphasizes on importance of a continuous cycle of a feedback also. So it is not about the delivery, but for a feedback also and the improvement as well, right? And एक concept यहाँ पे हम और use करते हैं. We use one more concept here, that's MVP, which is known as minimal viable product. Minimal viable product which is released to the market and a response that is informed in future releases. So this is the first principle. If you have any question, any query, any suggestion, something, so you can write it down. Bingo. Let's move on to the next principle, that is accommodate changing requirement throughout the development process. What is the meaning of this? The meaning is this is the opportunity, you can say, or this is the ability to avoid delay when requirement or feature request there is a change in the requirement or the feature. अब let's suppose कर लो कि आप you are working on any software, right? About to complete, now it is ready to go testing and everything has been done, and your customer or your product owner comes and says नहीं इसमें तो कुछ changes करने. You are just to finish your product, your task has been done, development and testing everything has been done, now about to move to production. Suddenly your customer or product owner comes and says no I need to do this change. What we can do in waterfall, again you have to go backtrack, requirement analysis, right? Then design, then coding, then unit testing, then system testing, system integration, then acceptance. Back to there. But in Agile, there is a very beautiful theory here, right? And it works practically as well. Basically, this principles talked about different approach for the requirement. So like in a traditional way, there is a lot of people get engaged if there is a requirement change or a sudden something new has been come, costing also, time also it takes. But Agile has some different approach. Instead of focusing on reducing the variation, right, or change in the original requirement, we in Agile welcome to those changes, right? Why? Because we deliver into a small part, right? हम हमेशा complete product delivery करने के बजाय we focus on to delivering a small workable quality solution to the customer, right? Which we can say in incremental way, right? And that is why if there is any requirement change, that can be incorporated very easily. Apart from that, like in the first principle, which you have seen, early feedback is there, which is very important here. So here we are talking about the incremental things, that small increment in the work. So it is very easy to accept the change. Welcome to those change, right? Let me rephrase. The first principle is iterative. Second is you are talking about the incremental. So I hope थोड़ा सा आपको difference समझ में आया होगा कि what is incremental and what is iterative, right? Second principle, right? Now थोड़ा सा और समझने की कोशिश करते हैं कि what is the benefit of welcoming the change. Benefit is that because you are faster to the market, right? You can launch a better product in the market, which is competitive to your other competitor, right? So if I summarize this second principle, it is about that development team should react to the issues, that is change the product to satisfy the customer needs. Strategy or process may be reconsidered to safeguard the product quality. One value which we have discussed before. Do you remember that? Recall them. Yes. There was a response to change over following a plan, right? So this second principle is related to the same. Now let's talk about the third principle, which is frequent delivery of a working software. Again, you can say it's extended version of the first one and summarize of the second one, right? Rather, I should say it's a extended of first principle, that Scrum or Agile accommodates the principle that since team operates into software sprint. अगर आप बात करेंगे तो Agile framework में there are multiple frameworks. Like if I picking Scrum, which is very popular and very much team are working on there. So we work into different iteration. अब iteration क्या होता है? What is iteration? Iteration is a life cycle, or you can say it's a software sprint that is delivery of your software. Like in Scrum, we say it's a 2 to 4 weeks, which is recommended. So Agile framework basically rely upon the principle of delivering the software on a frequent basis or on a regular interval basis, which is fixed, correct? But the principle is, again, Agile principle is one step before, that is we should deliver the working software, which is important. Not only सिर्फ ये नहीं करना है कि हमने एक that we have made one component and we have delivered it. No, it should be working software, right? So there is, for example, there is a traditional approach. If I am talking about my final product is completed and I am delivering it, whether it is working or not working, I don't care. But in Agile, we follow the iterative. We follow the incremental. So iterative is your frequency, incremental is your done approach with limited or with your delivery is fixed there, right? Correct. So what the second third principle is talking about, that we are determining the frequency of delivery, right? We are determining what is the length of my sprint or iteration, right? What is the purpose of each sprint, the duration I'm talking about, right? What we have achieved there, right? And every time there should be some increment of work as compared to the previous one, right? So in case if a product owner says that there is a release to the customer or sprint length should be change, right? Because a developer can get more time to make the quality product, that can be do here. So this third principle is talking about, if I am summarizing, it's a frequent delivery of the working software. Or if I summarize in some standard English way, so this is working on achieving your goal into a small scales, right? Ultimately, it is contributing to the product's over completion and team have appropriate structure and concrete goal to work towards during that sprint, right? So thank you so much, friends, for watching this video. I have covered 3 principles here. In next video, I will cover principle 4, 5, and 6, which will be part 2. So if you have not subscribed my channel, please please subscribe it and share this with your friends. I am trying to keep the language very simple, which is easy to understand. In case if you have any suggestion, any recommendation, so please share your comment. I will definitely work on that. Definitely I am learning, and from last few videos to this video, you can find there is some flashy images are here, right? So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful time. Enjoy with your friends, with your family. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you. Take care.